What's going on, everybody? Not really gonna have time today to put a video together to talk about the subject, so I just figured I'd just go live, kind of talk about it real quick. Of course, I already signed up for it, so I can tell everybody that it's pretty easy. My internet service is cutting in and out. That's not good. I'll wait for more people to kind of join in. I'll just give it like the next 3 minutes. Allow people time to come in, and then I'll talk about the T-Mobile iPhones, and it's specifically for iPhones. What's going on? Apologize, the stream is really bad. I don't know what it is. I guess well, today it's pretty hot, so that's going to mess with the Wi-Fi here. Let's put my tablet over here. I just give it a couple of minutes before I just start talking about it. So that's the idea. We're gonna talk about T-Mobile test drive for iPhone XS and up. And there's a reason why you gotta have iPhone XS and up. I don't know why people are asking this question. It's pretty obvious why. Really obvious why. Anyways, we're about to hit the 3-minute mark. Once we do, I'll just start unloading all the info that I know. It's nice West Texas, bro. Awesome. I'm sure it's not that nice up north. The network connection just keeps going in and out. It's not good. Not good because it's actually messing up the stream. But okay. Yeah, so Monday, quick stream for folks at home or whatever. But T-Mobile has a way for you to test drive T-Mobile as far as its phone service. And that has to do with an app that you can download. If you have an iPhone XS or higher, you could download this app, set you up a test drive account. That was just really bad. Oh man, the stream is not going to be all that great. Anyways, so with the iPhone XS or higher, you can download an app, which you can find in the App Store. Just type in T-Mobile Network Test Drive, and you'll be able to actually download the app. Go through the steps that it tells you. It's fairly simple to set this thing up. I set it up on my iPhone XS. So I'm currently test driving T-Mobile Network on it. And the reason why it has to be an iPhone XS and higher is because you need an iPhone that has an eSIM. Because that's the quickest way to set this thing up is using the eSIM. And what it gives you unlimited talk, gives you unlimited text, gives you 30 gigabytes of high-speed data. Or 30 days. So whichever you cross first. If you use the full 30 gigs, you're timed out. If you can stretch it to 30 days, you can decide to join T-Mobile afterwards if you feel like T-Mobile's a good fit. There are a couple of things that I do want to outline with this for people to understand, because people hear free service for a month, they're going to come bum rushing in and like they're going to get it. Some people are going to enjoy it. Some people are going to say it totally sucks. And that's where I'm going to make it obvious for a lot of people. Again, this is going to depend on if T-Mobile is good in your area. If T-Mobile sucks in your area, like if T-Mobile just about as, I'm going to guesstimate how this stream is doing because it needs 2 bars. And I can hear the background music just kind of really struggling. Let's refresh. But yeah, if T-Mobile's struggling in your area, it's going to be a no-go. Okay? I got to be real with people. It's going to be a no-go. Because what's the point? If T-Mobile sucks in your area, this ain't going to make it any better. It just gives you 30 days or 30 gigabytes of data for usage to test drive the network. Now, sadly as it is, this is not available for Android. So if you have an Android device that has eSIM and you try to go in the Play Store and search this up, you will not find an app that will help you set this up. Why it's not for Android, I'm not entirely sure. But I can tell you the setup process on the iPhone is very easy. It took less than 5 minutes to do it. And like I said, simply just downloading the app. Once you launch the app, it's going to give you basically all the explanations that you would need. Setting it up is really easy because once you go through the setup process in the app, it downloads the temporary account to your eSIM. And then it tells you what, like how to set it up. Like, you know, if you have a physical SIM in your iPhone, you want to set this thing up as a secondary. If you have no SIM, which in my iPhone XS, I had no SIM inside of it. I ended up setting it to primary. So now it's being tested. The missus has the iPhone XS. So she's testing it out while she's at work. She's going to use it to chat with her friends online. She's going to use it to video call me later on her lunch break. All that stuff. So I'll know a little bit more about just how well it fares here in my city. And again, when I do that video where I talk about it, it's how it fares. Now, this is going to be similar to postpaid T-Mobile. So it's not on, you know, like a low QCI level. It's not going to be, you know, comparable to like, what's an MVNO out there that's on T-Mobile? Boost Mobile. It's not going to be like Boost Mobile service. Because Boost is using T-Mobile currently at this time. So it's not going to be anything like that. It's actually going to be as if you had postpaid. So I'm really interested in seeing how this goes. So yeah, I'll give my detailed findings on that a little bit down the road. But you know, if you've always been curious about T-Mobile and you have an iPhone that's newer, you know, 10s or higher, why not give it a shot? I mean, this is a good idea. I wish that other carriers would do something like this. I wish that Verizon would do something like this. I wish that AT&T would do something like this. You know what I mean? It allows people to try out the network before committing to it, right? So you can't really go and sign up for a T-Mobile account and then get all pissed off when, you know, your coverage is not all that great. Reason being is because they have this. I mean, the only people that can really kind of like have like a valid reason to be pissed off if T-Mobile's network sucks and they switch to T-Mobile are those that use Android devices, because there's not one for Android. I'm not sure why T-Mobile didn't go the extra mile to launch this with both availability to iOS and Android. It would be really cool, you know, because there are Android devices that have eSIM, and you know what? Some eSIM setups require like a QR code, and you know, like I could have simply just like, you know, done it by my laptop, and it should bring up like a QR code, and then you just scan the QR code to download the information to your eSIM, and then get T-Mobile going. That would be a method. Maybe that's going to be a method that they're going to do. Maybe they're still kind of like working out kinks when it comes to the Android side of things. I'm not entirely sure why, but yeah, I don't. For good business, I don't think they should just focus on iPhone users only to test drive the T-Mobile network. That's just me. I'm just being real with everybody. So yeah, again, if you want to try it out, simple enough. Just go to the App Store, type in T-Mobile network test drive. You'll find the app. And if you have a physical SIM in your iPhone, through the setup process, you can make your main SIM as your primary for phone number and text, and you can make the T-Mobile data as your data option. So basically DSDS. You can set it up that way if you need to. If you only have like one phone, which is your iPhone, and you're curious as to how T-Mobile would be on your phone, that's a great way to try it. And you don't even have to use the temporary number that's given, which is really cool to see T-Mobile do something like this. I mean, I know T-Mobile has a lot of there's there's a lot of negative publicity regarding T-Mobile, and it's valid reasons why people would be a little skeptical of T-Mobile, but it's like weird. They do all these dumb things, but then they do the coolest things too. It's just so crazy. They're across the entire spectrum of being either a good company or a bad company, because they make very bad decisions business wise, network wise. What's up, Gene? And but then they do something like this where it's just like, hey, you know what? You don't have to commit to T-Mobile. You don't even have to ask around to people that have T-Mobile. If you want to try it out and you have an iPhone XS or higher, just download our app and have the app install the eSIM configurations on your iPhone XS or higher, and then you can try out our services for free for 30 days or up to 30 gigabytes of data. Which, I mean, if you have an iPhone 12, you are in fact going to be using a lot more data with 5G. But one of the things that I've heard about is that with T-Mobile, they don't count the Ookla speed testing against your allotted amount of data. So with this, I'm going to test it out to see if that's true, because you're only given 30 days or 30 gigabytes of LTE data with T-Mobile to test drive their network. And so I'll do a couple of speed tests when the iPhone's back in my possession. And if in fact it counts it, I'll let people know. I'll probably post on Twitter, and then I'll probably make an update about it. T-Mobile I have, and it's okay, but the service plan that I have is great for me. That's great. So you really don't need to do the test drive thing because you're already on T-Mobile. For other people that don't know how T-Mobile is in their area, because T-Mobile has stepped its game up. There are places where it's showing progression with their network, i.e. I use Google Fi, and like I'm pretty happy with the service itself. It has stepped its game up in a long time. My daily side, haven't seen you in a while, man. How's it going? I'm doing good. Hopefully you're doing well. And how's your summer going? But yeah, this is a great option. This is a great option for people to try it out. Like I said, I go back to what I said. I really wish Verizon and AT&T would do something like this. This would be really, really cool. But of course, we'll have to wait and see if this option comes to Android, because that would, hopefully that would make sense for them to create some sort of option for Android users that have an Android device with eSIM to be able to test drive T-Mobile network the same way as iPhone users are able to. T-Mobile works great in my area. I use Text Now with the GSM. Nice. GSM is on T-Mobile beta. Yeah, I have a Text Now number and everything like that. I'm eventually going to order a SIM card and then do a review on it. Good free time now while summer's here. Yeah. So yeah, again, if you have an iPhone XS or higher, basically an iPhone that has eSIM support, and you want to try out T-Mobile, you don't have them as your main carrier, but you want to try them out, then you can download the T-Mobile Network Test Drive app in the App Store for iPhones and go through the setup process. Like I said, it's real easy. It took me less than 5 minutes to get it configured on the iPhone XS, and it's up and running. I did a test call, and so everything's working: calls, texts, FaceTime, iMessage, and then of course the data. Like everything is just working. Yeah, that's probably the reason why that is not for Android. I mean, maybe T-Mobile doesn't really have support for eSIM for Android devices currently at this time. But I mean, they really should get on the ball and get working on it, because that's like a big demographic of smartphone users that they're really kind of alienating just because of the fact that they fail to find a way to have eSIM support for Android. Android is used worldwide, is huge. So you use it one time a few years ago on an iPhone? Yeah. I mean, eSIM, it's hit or miss with a lot of people. I mean, I've used eSIM on my Pixel 5 and thought that, the data was just a bit sluggish. The moment I put a physical SIM card in from Fi, and it was like flying like butter. So I don't know how reliable eSIM is. it's a good idea. And, eventually with each iteration of technology advancements, it's going to get better and better. At some point in time, we're not really going to need it. And you got to think about it, go way back in the day before smartphones, when we had feature phones and flip phones and candy bar style regular cell phones. CDMA never required you to put a SIM card inside of it. So there was already a native, I guess you could say, a native chip inside of the motherboard of a CDMA phone. That all you got to give was the MEID, and that will get you activated and connected. So that's a strong word to say you hate eSIMs, man. Did you ever love them before? I'm messing with you, Gene. But I like to do that to people. I like to tell them all the time, like, okay, if you hate something, that's kind of a strong word. To hate something means you had to have loved it at some point. And trust me, I'm hypocritical on that. Even I've said that before. But I just like messing with people. That's just my thing now. It's my odd sense of humor. So, if people take offense to it, oh, well, it's even funnier. But no, yeah, I guess I can see your point of view why you dislike eSIMs. But again, technology advances. It never stays in one place, right? So eventually, sometime in the future, eSIM might get better. Hopefully. I think that's the idea that they're kind of shooting for. Could you imagine a dual eSIM phone? That would be actually pretty cool. It would eliminate the waste of SIM cards. Do you know how much waste SIM cards do? Like, people tend to throw their SIM cards away and they go up in the landfill. Pretty insane, right? Which leads me to my next topic here. Today's gonna be a short stream, about half an hour. But yesterday, I don't know if you guys caught Luttrell's live yesterday. He said something pretty interesting. I really didn't talk much on that live because we really didn't have like a specific topic to talk about. We were kind of all over the place. Like, we talked about the new Beats, the wireless earbud Beats. We talked about that. Then we dove in. The direction went to Range Rovers and what kind of car could you have if money was no object, and it went all over the place. So we just like had like a mild conversation, and half the time I was getting phone calls. So I had to step away, and I just felt so bad because I wasn't very interactive on that live stream. But hopefully next time it'd be better on my end. And shout out Digital Slam. Check out his channel. He's dropping a video today that has to do with this Bluetooth speaker that he got to review. He's going to review, and so I'm going to watch it so I can get all the answers I have. I could have asked him all those questions during the live, but I mean, it would take away from his video, so I just held my tongue and just wait, Yeah, it was pretty fun. But anyways, so Luttrell talked about having like a tablet that's LTE, right? And like the convenience of having it. And I fully agree with him on that. I have the LG G Pad 10.5, right? This is my tablet that I use, and it is an LTE tablet. So I do have my 5 data only SIM card inside of it. So if I disconnect from Wi-Fi, I have the ability to use it off Wi-Fi network. I know I'm freezing up, man. Today is just not a good day for the live stream. I'm sorry. I am so sorry if I'm still freezing up right now. Let me just kind of do this. Let me disable the camera. Hopefully that makes it a little bit better for a little bit of time. Let me know if I'm still freezing now. Turn the camera back on. Hopefully it's not freezing anymore. But yeah, just basically having that ability to be able to use your tablet off Wi-Fi network when you're on the go, it's really nice to be able to do that and not have to like go and grab your phone and turn on hotspot or any of that stuff. So very nice to have that. I have to agree with Luttrell on that one. Still freezing, huh? Yeah, I see that my thing is going down, the signal. That's why I like these streaming apps, because they give you like a little signal thing. I don't know why it's doing that. There's a reason I'm not live streaming very long today, because I know this is going to be freaking horrible. It's going to be horrible. I'm probably just going to end it right now. This is just not to keep trying. It's just not working out. But anyways, yeah, so I just say, like, just on a side note, I agree with Luttrell wholeheartedly on that. It's good to have a tablet tablet that is LTE capable. It's so much easier. You don't have to turn on any hotspots or anything like that. And of course, because I have Google Fi, it's the point. So audio's okay, but picture's horrible. Yeah, I'm gonna end the live stream here in a sec. I'll just do it this way. I'm gonna shut the camera down so there's no video feed that has to be given. Just do it like this. I still gotta figure out how to put an avatar here. But anyways, the whole thing with just LTE compatibility on the tablet and stuff like that, like I said, just makes things a lot more easier. You don't have to turn on hotspots and all that stuff. With Google Fi users, you get if you're on the Unlimited Plus or if you're on the Fi Flex, you literally can just get a data-only SIM card and just use it on that. Can the tablet run on GSM on text now? I mean, it's running on T-Mobile. GSM is really like it's like CDMA. It's a going down type of network. Really, it's just all about LTE and 5G right now. That's really where it's going on, and like advanced LTE basically. But if you're saying GSM in the sense of like will it work on AT&T and T-Mobile? Yeah, theoretically, this tablet will. If you have it unlocked. Now, this particular model that I have is a T-Mobile model, and I'm pretty sure that it's locked to T-Mobile. So using it on AT&T and such, probably no go for that. But it does work with Fi. I have my my data only Google Fi SIM card in the tablet, and it works just fine without Wi-Fi. So, but again, Google Fi is on T-Mobile, so that's the reason why that it's more than likely it's visible that way. Like it's able to read the SIM card for that very reason. Anyways, yeah, so that's it. Just quick little live stream. Sorry that the whole thing was just total bust. Gotta hate where I live, man. It's like this happens when the temperature is well above 105. Which, hang on here. Take the do not disturb off on this and let me see what the weather is here, because I know there's a high pressure that's still in the north, in the northwest, so like Washington and everywhere. Woo, man, you guys are feeling exactly what I go through in the summer. I was watching what's his name, My Project 13, and he was talking about the heat wave and how hot it is, and I'm like listening to him talk about the heat wave, and I'm like, dude, that's what I go through on normal seas here in my city. So the only thing I can say to him, shouts out to him, but the only thing I say to him is just welcome to my life, bro. Because that is the that's what we deal with. So yeah, it's currently at 106 here. So that that definitely messes with my data. This apartment building has old wiring and everything like that too, so it's not the best. So I apologize that it was cutting in and out. Plus too, I have like 20 people on the router right now. My son's gaming online with his stuff, so I could definitely be interfering with it. But anyways, hopefully you guys got good information on the T-Mobile network test drive with iPhones 10s and higher. Then I just dropped my little my little thoughts of tablets and other IoTs with LTE compatibility. It makes it great. I'll probably go more in depth about that in a future live stream, or a video. I'll probably make a video about it. But I'm gonna cut it here, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me just for a little bit. Appreciate you guys. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my day. As always, aloha.